YouTubers, parapeeps, and everyone in between. I'm Sean with Panic D Videos. Hold on a second. Let me bring up my co-host first this evening. Hold on just a second. There we go.
And I'm your co-host, Kay from Happy Trails Hiking.
Alrighty. We see we got some people here in chat. Awesome. So we've already. Oh, okay. We got the turtle ghost.
Oh, he wanted to participate. It's World Turtle Day.
Okay, so explain your.
Don't be scared.
Explain your little.
This is Trekker. He's our mascot, and he wanted to participate. He'll go sit down quietly now. He doesn't know anything about.
You don't have to sit down. You can sit there and hold him and make him talk and everything if you want.
No, he'll sit nicely. That's fine.
All right, so let me take about 30 seconds and explain what is going on here because everyone's going, huh? Okay, Ghost Tech Talk was a show that we started on PSPR Paranormal, okay, and we said we're going to eventually have a show on Virtual Ghost Hunt, okay? So we started on PSPR till we got monetized. Now it's going to be on here till we hit 3K, and it's going to move from here to Virtual Ghost Hunt. So that's what's going on. Thursdays, 8 p.m. And are we getting an echo? Anybody hearing an echo? Because if we are, I'll turn the speaker down. We have another co-host that's going to be joining us when she can. Kay from Happy Trails Hiking.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So would you like to tell everybody in chat who may not know who you are and about your channel?
Sure. I'm Kay, and usually I have a better half, Matt, and our channel is called Happy Trails Hiking, and we explore parks and public lands, and we also have a health challenge that goes on every month so far, since last August. So on our channel, you will find information about park travel as well as living a healthy lifestyle.
And I'm going to tell you, why is she here on a paranormal channel? She's paranormal curious.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so we thought we'd make this show kind of interesting because she can ask us questions that we might, how you know about a topic and you just don't think to say something. Well, she's going to be here to join in, and she's got some awesome stuff when we start talking about social media and like tonight's topic, online presence, that she could chime in because that's basically what you do. Is that correct?
Yes, that is what I do. I'm a social media entrepreneur, and yeah, that's going pretty well. Farmall Fanatic.
Awesome Fanatic.
Job.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm gonna have to put Farmall down on the book list.
I'll write it down for now.
All right, write it down for now. Thank you.
No problem.
So tonight we're talking about how to build an online presence with no budget.
Mm-hmm.
How to get started. If you're a paranormal group, this is important that you have an online presence. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to have an online presence. I mean, nowadays with the internet, you have to have an online presence. You have to have your store online, basically your storefront. What the world sees of you has to be online to compete. So that's what we're talking. How to get started, how to build that foundation with no money. I mean, it's actually, you could do it quite easy. But I want to go over kind of a checklist of things that you should think about. A lot of people don't think about. Now, why is this on the Paranormal Tech Talk? Well, how can I put this nicely? I have visited a lot of paranormal groups and a lot of paranormal channels. And this show originally was going to be resources for paranormal groups. And as I was putting together that list, which will eventually do that show, there were certain things that you have to have in place. You have to have a web page, you have to have a phone number, you have to have, a Twitter account, things like that. So I thought, okay, maybe we better back up a little bit and talk about why it's important that you have those things to build that foundation. So that's what tonight's about. Is everyone excited? No. How many people did we lose?
I'm excited.
We lost 5 watchers. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, there's a ton of people here. This chat is rolling. We got a great room. Chris Chris Mohan came in,
Chris
and
Mohan, how you doing? Are you still in Florida?
it's his first time here on a Thursday night, so that's cool. And Ang Bona TV, I didn't say hello in the chat, but hello now, as well as Flubbin Epic is here. It's awesome to see all of you, and I don't run down the chat as well as your lovely wife does, but I'll try to do better. Anyway.
All right, so here's what we're going to do with Ghost Tech Talk. It's going to be Thursdays at 8 p.m. right here on Painting D until we hit 3K. That doesn't mean that we're doing away with any of the Behind the Hauntings, because if we do a Behind the Haunting, we'll take a quick break and then boom, pop right back on with the Behind the Haunting. But those are few and far in between. The only time that we'll probably miss on a Thursday is maybe for a holiday or something comes up, or whatever. But I want to kind of like your health challenges. It's kind of like a group that gets together and talks about these things. We could talk about paranormal tech, we could talk about YouTube tips and tricks, we could talk about social media, any of that stuff. That's why we originally named this show Ghost Tech Talk.
And I think that that's awesome. When I started back in 2016, YouTube was just a hobby for me, but I quickly noticed that I really wanted it to be a full-time job. So I knew that I needed to make connections, and I didn't have a group at the beginning. Like I have the health challenge group now, and we have the folks that are doing our Hike 365 challenge and all that stuff, and people on our Facebook groups, and people who watch our blog, and which I haven't updated in a while. Oops. But people who take care of that or who pay attention. But we didn't have that back then. And if I'd have known these things that we're going to cover tonight back then, I would have grown way faster, I think, than I have. And,
so let me ask you this. Now
Sure.
that you have those things in place, are you finding it easier now to do your YouTube stuff?
Yes. And well, there's more support now. If I have a question about an outdoor thing that I want to do, I holler at Yankee. I'll holler at Inspired John. If I've got something that bushcraft or whatever that I kind of want to do, like yesterday I made fire starters because we're going camping this weekend and it's going to be wet and hiking. So I wanted to make sure that we have what we needed. And so I put what I was doing in a chat room to connect with those outdoor people, and they said, well, why are you doing it this way? And I said, well, because I thought it would work. And so they gave me a few ideas, and you banter back and forth, and yes, it allows me to go out and camp and hike. And if I use those fire starters this weekend, I'm going to film it,
Right. Mm-hmm.
so on and so forth. So yeah, it does, and those connections are really, really important to me.
All right, so another thing that we didn't, do you want to collect the questions?
I can do the best.
Because we have a couple already, but as we're talking, if you guys have any more questions, do at Happy Trails Hiking, and she'll keep track of them, because
that's fine.
If you've seen any of our live streams, chat has a tendency on me to go in and out of focus, okay? Sometimes I can see it, sometimes I can't without my glasses on. But I see one question was, is there a way to convert a Facebook site to a page? We'll come back to that. MySpace still exists? ? Yes, it does. MySpace is still out there. Believe it or not.
I've never used it, but that's okay.
It does still exist. So, converting a Facebook site to a page. If you could just clarify a Facebook site, what the difference is between that and a page, okay? Then we could talk about that. But
I could copy and paste all this stuff. Sorry.
I've seen a lot of, and I'm not, and I don't want to knock anybody. And you guys are probably saying, well, who's this guy saying this stuff? Well, a lot of you may not know. Some of you do. Most of you know this. But Marianne and I, paranormal for us is something that we enjoy. It's something that we love. It's our passion. It's a hobby that we turned into YouTube, and it's kind of like a semi-type business. We really don't make money at doing paranormal. Most groups don't. They do it because they enjoy it. We also work for a school district, but we also own a company that does internet marketing for small businesses. So my degree is actually in internet marketing, and we do a lot of I do a lot of consulting and stuff with small business clients. So when it comes to social media and websites and marketing your business online and things like that, I've been doing it now. DNSTC.com is our main company. It's been in existence for 21 years. And it's a corporation. So PanicD.com, which is our database, our hobby, the fun thing I like to do, I used to use PanicD.com to test out different internet SEO theories on PanicD.com because it was a hobby. I've been #1 on search engines in Google for paranormal database. I've slipped. I've tried something else, moved back up. So I kind of I know a little bit about that kind of stuff. So
Sean, Mia Mina McDonald says that she made Facebook for her writing, but apparently it's a personal page, not like a business page.
Gotcha.
So not like a landing Facebook page. So is there any way to convert that Facebook to her personal page?
Okay.
To convert it to a Facebook site is what she's asking.
On Facebook, you have 3 different things that you can do. You have a personal Facebook, okay, which a lot of people, well, a lot of businesses too, they'll go in and create a personal type account that's not a business account, which kind of sounds like maybe what you did is you created a personal account. Then you have a page, which like businesses, organizations, musicians, things like that can create a page that you can connect to from your personal and manage, and you can let other people help you manage that page. Now the big thing is groups, Facebook groups, where you can make a separate group, or you can take a group off of a page, and then people who are members of that page follow it, join the group, and it's like a discussion type thing.
So what I would do, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say that if you need help with that, you can always get a hold of me, and I got to actually walk you through that. Probably what you want to do with your writing thing, and this is another thing that you're going to hear me saying a lot on here, is just create another page just for you as a writer.
Right. And that's what I was going to suggest too, Sean. I was going to say, I have my personal Facebook page, but I have Happy Trails Hiking as a Facebook page. I have Healthy Trails 199 as a Facebook page, and I have Happy Trails Brews as a Facebook page. So, and there's one group that goes along with the Happy Trails Hiking one. I'm considering making another group, but to go with the healthy stuff, but nobody really knows about that. So anyway,
yeah.
But so, yeah, I have a personal page. And so what I would say is, Mia, I would just say, okay, this is now my personal page. Let me make one for my writing and then go from there.
Yeah. Now, what you're going to hear me say a lot is anything that you can do for free out there, do it. I've been on Kay telling her, hey, did you set this up? Did you do it? Tumblr, Facebook, whatever. If you could create different pages, these are doorways that you can use on the internet to drive people back to you, which is the point of what I want to talk about, is that foundation. It is creating these doorways back to that foundation. And hey, once you bring them in, now you have them there, and you could say, here's my information, here's my store, here's my videos, here's my this, here's my that.
And so, Marianne just said, tell your friends on your personal page to go like your new page. Right. Yeah. So same thing. You know, my big thing right now is that my friends on my personal page haven't been necessarily interested. They thought, oh, that's just Kate's hobby and that's what she's doing and whatever. And I was posting enough on my personal page that they thought, oh, we see all of that anyway. But now I'm inviting them to see Happy Trails Hiking, and they're like, holy cow, you got about 1,000 people here? That's crazy. So yeah, it is crazy. And most of my friends have no idea what a social media entrepreneur is anyway, because 25 years ago when I started college, that wasn't necessarily a thing. So yeah, it's new. We got a lot of stuff going on. Mia says, I have a page for me, then the writer, but they didn't have pages and groups when I made it that way. You know what? I still think that you should make
just start a new one.
Just start a new one. It's not going to cost you anything other than time. It'll cost you a little bit of time, but moving one to the other would not be that hard. I mean, I say that, but moving one to the other wouldn't hurt anything. I would just make
PSPR is in the house. PSPR is another one of the hosts. He's in chat right now, but I think he's got some family obligations tonight, but he will be back on with us.
That's exciting. Then I'll have two people to interrupt. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But Mia, if you need help or have more questions or whatever like that, go ahead, get a hold of me. I mean, you could find out how to get a hold of me, And if all else fails, panicdvideos@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll help you.
There was another question, and that was, do you guys use Reddit to share your content?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
I do. And I started my own subreddit. Yeah. So
panicd.com, just to kind of tell you, and we're gonna get to the basics, to the topic thing. We're gonna get to it, okay? Panicd.com's been around since 2010. That's when the website was started. So we have a Facebook page, we have a Facebook group, okay? We have 2 Reddits, we have Tumblr, we have Instagram, 2 Instagrams actually. What else we got? I don't know. We got all kinds of stuff. We got a blog. We got all this stuff. That's just panicd.com. Now we also have darkshadowghoststories.com, which has the same amount of stuff. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that. So when I started growing my channel, I post out a video. I already have a social media network built. You
right,
see what I'm
and
getting at?
I wish that I had that when I started. I did everything backwards. I started the YouTube channel first, and then it came through, and I started doing the social media after that. So sorry, my phone rang. It's Matt.
No, Marianne said Pinterest. Yep, we got a Pinterest too.
Pinterest. We have Pinterest.
Yeah.
And yes, Mia, I think it's totally worth it to go to Reddit, or I wouldn't have done it. But yeah, you do get a few more trolls. You get those
thumbs down, you get nasty comments. Who cares?
But when it comes down to YouTube stuff, you're in it for the views and the watch time. Views and watch time. I mean, I get it. Comments are engagement, but at this point, I need views and watch time. And I love having people make comments, but most of the time when, I've got a video out there that's got almost 30,000 views, it doesn't get any comments, and people still get it suggested.
Well, there's another thing that a lot of YouTube gurus that don't talk about. They don't talk about. They stop till they get to this point, and they don't tell you the secret. But another thing for search engine optimization is backlinks. The authority to that. And if you guys run the TubeBuddy app, you'll notice up on the side when you're looking at a video, it's been shared this many times, it's on this many times on Reddit, this many times on Twitter. Those are backlinks to that video. And what that does is it creates authority to that video, not only in YouTube, but also in Google and Bing search. So you can drive people in through there. So creating all these doors to your videos is a good thing, and it's free. It takes time, but it's free.
Yeah. And I kind of have loved growing my social media all together at the same time. I mean, yes, it would have been nice to have a social media presence already and just go, hey guys, we're going to start making videos now. Come look at this. And that would have been great. But yeah, I wish that I kind of would have had that, but I also have enjoyed growing it at the same time and learning all of it and the little intricacies all at once.
Yeah.
So
do you have the link? Do you have the link to our Reddit
Facebook group?
The Parapeeps Reddit.
I can get it.
For some reason, I am not seeing Nightbot working.
That's okay. Yeah, Nightbot's not going. That's for sure. But let me go to your Parapeeps group, and I will get that.
So Mia and everybody in group too, in the chat too, there is actually a Parapeeps Reddit that is set up for our community, basically, that you can drop your links into there, and everybody can kind of like upvote people. So it's small, but it's there, it's growing, and it helps. So if you just want to kind of start on Reddit, you could start out with the Parapeeps group. Go ahead and drop your videos in there, and everyone who actually uses it goes through the list and upvotes, leaves comments, that kind of thing. Hey, it's a good thing, good way to get started on Reddit is the point I was trying to make.
Hey, Bumflush Paranormal, thanks for coming. We didn't, Nightbot is asleep, but you know who else is asleep? Boris. He didn't dance or tell anybody to come in or share this out or tweet this out or share this with all these people. But hey,
no, we didn't. We didn't.
That's okay. Boris is resting today. Maybe he's still on vacation. He was up late chatting.
I have so much stuff going on right now on this computer. I'm afraid to click the link, to be honest.
That's okay. I got that Parapeeps link for the Reddit right there, and you guys can have that. I can even probably get to the Parapeeps on. Yeah, I can. Hot diggity dog. I can get to it on Facebook. So here's Parapeeps on Facebook. There you go. All right. So there we are. Yeah, Boris is back there, but he's asleep. He's not dancing tonight, I guess.
No, he's taking a nap. Make
sure that you share this out, and this is a drive for Sean and Marianne to get to 3K. So let's not let this good information go to waste tonight. Let's get a lot of people in here so that they can all ask questions, and we're not just sitting here talking about part number 1. Sean, hit it. I'm ready.
All right, part number 1. Part number 1 is you need to change your way of thinking, your attitude. You need to think, I am creating a persona for the public to see. All right, I'm putting something out there that when they see what I got going on, they're going to want to go, this is interesting. Okay? Whether you're making videos, whether you're making posts on social media, that's a big one. It's okay to do things with friends, but when you're trying, whether you have a paranormal group and you want to put it out there to have residential people contact you to come out and do investigations or things like that, you have to change your mindset to say, hey, whatever I put out there, it is, the world's going to see it. It's kind of like you're working on your online resume. All right? So you got to change your way of thinking to that. And that's not something that can happen overnight. It's just something, I'm trying to plant seeds. Keep this in your head. The panicd.com database, I just posted, when was that, today or yesterday? Just broke 1.6 million hits to the database. Yes. That's because the presence of that database being out there, people think it's huge. Well, it's right. Marianne and I. It's just us running a database. So that presence that's out there. Another thing, even everybody who's right here in chat has an email account. But if you're going to do something, whether it's for your paranormal group or something that you want to take it to a business level, or maybe you just want a private communications, you want to make sure that you have an email that you're checking at least daily. And if You have a YouTube channel, you should be checking that email every day, if not twice a day, because you never know when something's going to come out from YouTube saying, hey, you got a copyright strike. Hey, you got this, you got that. But if you don't, like if you have a group, you don't want to necessarily give everybody access to everything. So maybe you want to create a separate email that's shared by the group or something like that. But you're going to need that when you start promoting yourself. You're going to need an email, okay? Now, there's places where you could get it if you're in chat, so you already have a Google email. That's really kind of like the best place to get it. But do you know that with your Google email, you also get access to Google Drive and Google Suite, which gives you access to Google Docs and spreadsheets and things like that, which is a great thing if you're working as a group. Right now, we have a document up. Kay and I both have a document up watching the outline right now as I talk.
Yep.
And it's free.
Yeah. And I use Google Drive with the Health Challenge and Google Forms with the Health Challenge all the time. So people need to report in for the Health Challenge. I need to ask them, did they make their goals this week? So on and so forth. It's part of getting your prizes and all that stuff. So we use those Google Forms all the time. It's free. And I don't have to like try to figure out how to make a form in SurveyMonkey and then have it go out. And it's just way easier. It's already there. It's already there.
When we had a group and did group investigations, we used Google Drive to keep track of the investigation documents.
Okay.
And we also used Google Drive because, well, if you look at it this way, you know, and one thing that's nice, Kay and Matt's a husband and wife team. Bill and Katie's a husband and wife team. Marianne and I's a husband and wife team. Okay, so we have a team. I have my personal account I use. Marianne has her account she uses. But we have a drive that we share things. So Marianne might write the narration and everything for, hey, take a look at this. I'll go in, look at it, tweak it. Oh, well, Boris was going to say that. Let me move that kind of thing. So it's free. It's free. Up to 15 gigabytes. So
right. I do have to delete stuff once in a while.
Yeah.
So yeah. If there are any other questions, guys, remember that if you'll hit at Happy Trails Hiking or hashtag Happy Trails Hiking, that will help quite a lot. So I'll just keep watching chat for questions.
So number one, your way of thinking. You got to get global. Number two, make sure you have an email account. Number three, if you have a paranormal group, okay, or you want to put yourself out there to have people get a hold of you, you're going to want a phone number, okay? Because you might be dealing with resident cases where they're not on social media. They might not even have an email account or anything like that. So you want to have a phone number. One thing that you can do for free, if you have a cell phone, you don't want to put your cell phone number out there, okay? I made a mistake when I started my business. My cell phone was the business number. Big mistake. I get robocalls constantly. Now, with Google Voice and it's Google Voice, you can actually set up a phone number through Google and forward it to multiple people. You can do free texting. You could do, it'll take, what's it called? Messages, voice messages, all that. That's a free service. So that number that you're putting out there is like kind of like a fake number, but you put it out there and you can manage it through Google. So that's something to consider too, is have a group phone number. You don't do the phone number stuff.
I guess if we had a hiking group, that would be a thing.
Or if you ever got into like on your 365, like you want to do a call-in on your show, like call-in, you could set that up and then you give that number, not your personal numbers.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Now, the most important thing that's number 4 that I'm going to talk about here, and I am a advocate about this. I have worked with people in the wedding industry. I've worked with photographers. I've worked with small business owners. I've worked with insurance companies. Actually, I have 5 clients right now that are insurance companies. I've worked with a lot of different startup businesses. They also call them like network marketing businesses, that kind of stuff. I've worked with the limousine companies, all these different places. I don't care. You cannot win this argument with me and say that you do not need a web page. I got into an argument with a guy that did ice sculptures. Okay? He had a Facebook page. I don't need a web page. I do everything on Facebook. I'm like, you need a web page? Nope, I do everything on Facebook. You know what happened to him? His Facebook page got hacked. It shut his business down for 3 months.
Wow.
Okay? You need to have, and even if you're a YouTuber, you have a business. You've probably heard that so many times. It's you. It's your channel. You should have a web page, even if it's a single page that has, here's your channel, links to your channel, what you do, little description. I call that a single page online business card. Okay? Right. If you have a paranormal group, you better have a web page. You have to, because that's your online presence. That's your online store. People are going to look for that. I know you have the domain Happy Trails Hiking, right?
We do. We
have PanetD.com.
Yeah, happytrailshiking.com.
But I have some businesses, I have some people who are just like private real estate agents that have their name. I have SeanDonnelly.com. I don't do anything with it, but I own the domain, So there are places, including Google Sites, which is free, and you can get that with your Google account. There are places where you can set up free websites. You need to have that, especially if you're a paranormal group. Because later I'm going to start giving you resources where you could promote your group and stuff. And the number one thing that they ask for, what's your web address? And if you put in a Facebook thing, they won't accept it.
Marty's Crew says, need a web page. Got it. And Marty, there are lots of ways to make that happen. And Mia is asking, does a blog page count? Yes, that's all.
Absolutely.
Yes. I have a blog page with several different tabs on it. And, we use iPage as our web server, as our web host, and it's about $100 less. It's less than $200 a year. I know that just for a blog page with like 4 email addresses, and I know that doesn't fit under our $0, but it's totally worth it. Google Plus pages used to kind of do that, but they're not there anymore. So
Google Sites is there for free. Blogger, which is what our blog's on, it's owned by Google. That's free. WordPress.org is free. That's a blogging site. Blogs are good for people who don't know like HTML web pages. Absolutely good.
Yeah. I like drag and drop. So make life easy. Yes, free webs.
Wix, I think, has a free version. Anything that you could do. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, like Kay said, and get off of the advertisings and stuff like that, and you want to bump it up to the next level, then there's different levels. You can pay, like you said, $100 a year up to thousands of dollars a year. Okay, to like in our case, we own the server. It's here at the house. I pay a business internet line. It's here at the house, but I also host other businesses on my server. That's the whole way down the line.
I was like, wait, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So, but you want to have something separate from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that. Just like an online business card, a web page. Okay, web page, got it.
Mia says she's at WordPress, and you can't put in links unless you're a mod. So, or unless you're blue, I guess. Anyway, but yeah. So, if you... Mia's on WordPress. That makes sense.
Mia's on WordPress. Yeah, so that's a web page. A blog is a web page that has an editor behind it, basically.
Yes.
Okay. How are we doing on time? 8:34. We're doing good.
Great, actually. Can I add a couple things about web pages?
Absolutely. Please do.
When you pick your domain name, always try to think as a business. Matt, my husband, is a software dude, so he's a behind the scenes kind of guy with the computer world, and always says, I want a .com. I don't want a .net. I don't want a .org. I don't want a whatever. I want it to be .com, because people believe that you are a business if you are a .com. And so that's just one of his tips, is that if you can get a .com behind your name, then that makes you look more legit as a business, So yeah.
Do you want me to talk about that a minute? Take a minute and talk about domains?
Sure, that's fine. I think we're doing okay on time,
Okay.
but
All right. Larger businesses, I recommend they buy them all. Okay? .com, .org, whatever's available. Okay? If you can buy them and pay for them, you don't have to use them. Okay? You buy them. So like happytrails.org, happytrails.com, happytrails, you buy them all, because you never know if a business takes off. Somebody sees happytrails.com and they're like, you know what? I'm going to do happytrails.org and put up whatever I want. Okay. So that's one little tip that I give people. However, each one of those .com, .org, .tv, .whatever have different authority. Okay. So a .org has more authority over a .com. So if you have an organization, so to speak, like say you did 360challenge.org and take .org and link back to the .com, it boosts up the .com in the search engines because it has more authority. The best level that you can get is .edu, schools.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we can't we can't be an EDU. That would be lying.
So that's kind of like the difference between the .coms, .orgs, or whatever. We have doithere.net is one of our sites, and it's the green screen photography. It's doithere.net. I tried forever to get doithere.com. It's not available. And the reason why it's doithere.net, there's like a story behind that. But, anyways, that's my little rant about that. But you're right. A .com says you're a business. Commercial. Yeah. Com means commercial.
Communism. No! Sorry. Sidetrack. Okay, yeah. I'm back.
I think they're ripping people off on .tv myself, to be honest with you. It doesn't make any difference as they're going to register a .com to a .tv, but people are jumping on, I'd probably do that someday, ourhauntedtravels.tv. Yeah, but it's like way more expensive than a .com or...
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Okay, so that was number 1, 2, 3, 4.
Twitter. We're up to Twitter. Right?
Okay.
Twitter.
Did you cover all the... List all your confident. Yes. Google Sites Blogger, Wix.com you didn't mention. Okay.
Yeah, I did. You didn't hear me.
I'm sorry. I was probably reading something else.
Yeah, Wix is a free one. Okay. Whistles. You're educating people for research into the paranormal.
That makes you an EDU.
Oh.
I got you. Anyway,
okay.
Twitter.
Oh, man. I tell you what, for years I stayed away from Twitter. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand. What do you mean only 140 characters? Are you serious? However, November of 2017, when I started working our channel, I heard from our friends up north there, Pusher Studios, you got to have a Twitter. I'm like, okay, I'm diving in. I'm going to learn this Twitter. Now, we had Twitter accounts, okay, but I just posted randomly, hey, here's a haunted place, here's this, here's that. And I never really, worked the Twitter account as a personal chat type thing. I tell you what, once I learned that, I met Kay, I met Inspired John, I met Michael Farrow Jr., I met all these people basically through Twitter.
So, yeah, I'm in the same boat. My channel didn't take off till I met Yankee through Twitter. At one point, so I saw collaboration between DNS Adventures and Yankee was doing his meet and greet series, and he was with DNS Adventures. I followed them. They were a husband and wife hiking team, or they are a husband and wife hiking team, and I followed them early on in our YouTube days. And so I saw this post on their Facebook page that said, look at this meet and greet. And I said, hey, how do you get to be a part of a meet and greet? I know Yankee, I watch his stuff. And they said, come join our Twitter feed. Are you on Twitter? And I went, I can be. And it took me like 5 minutes. And I was on Twitter, and the rest is history. We're, growing all the time. And I love Twitter now, and I have reasons. We'll get there. But
yeah. So we'll talk more about Twitter. Kay's got some stuff to share. But I'm just going to tell you why Twitter is important, okay? This is just some statistics. And I'm a data guy, so I love statistics, okay? Matt could probably relate to this. Total number of monthly active Twitter users, and this is down, by the way, for Twitter, 326 million.
Wow.
Okay. Total number of tweets sent per day, 500 million per day.
Wow.
Now, what do we know as YouTube creators? Most of our videos get watched on the phone, yes? Percentage of Twitter users on mobile, 80% use Twitter off of mobile. Okay? And the number of daily active Twitter users, 100 million.
Wow.
I would be happy with 0.0001% of them watching one of my videos.
Right. Every minute, actually.
Yeah.
Lori Bryant says Twitter is great because most accounts are not private, so you can reach anyone and follow anyone and tag anyone. It allows access where you wouldn't have it on Facebook. So you can't just tag someone on Facebook that is not aware of you. But on Twitter you can. I can tag random huge hikers if I wanted to. I can shout them out. They don't need my shout outs, but
So the topics, we're going to talk about Twitter here a little bit, but the topics for this, we could do like a whole show on Twitter. And I saw Inspired John say, I still don't get Twitter. I still don't get it either, but I'm like learning it. John, you participate in Twitter. I know you do in the Twitter chats, which is like a sub thing of Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And that community.
Are you talking about the groups or an actual Twitter chat?
No, the groups. See, I don't know the chats, the hashtag chat thing. You're gonna teach me that. I can't wait
to tell you all about it. I'm so excited.
You're gonna teach. I'm gonna learn something. You're gonna teach me that one because I don't get that, but I guess it makes sense. But okay, here's another thing about Twitter that. And I hope you guys don't mind hearing the grumpy man rant every once in a while, but there's something that I'm going to rant about.
Here we go.
Okay? If you don't have a way to communicate with somebody on YouTube, they do have their email, but if they don't check their email, that's useless. All right? If they have a Twitter account, if you have a Twitter account on your YouTube thing, put it on your channel up there in the right-hand corner up there. And if you don't know how to do that, we'll talk about that later. And I'm going to tell you why. I have started the past 3 months going out to different channels. I'm looking for paranormal. And I see their stuff. They got great videos. Everything's great. I leave a comment. And I want to follow them on Twitter. I can't find it. So then I got to go on Twitter and search. Is this group here? Is this that kind of stuff? I kind of find it. I think it's them. I don't know because even on their Twitter account, they don't put a link to your YouTube channel. So then I go in there and I send them a tweet. Hey, I think I saw your video on it. Just put the link right there and make it easier because you want people to come back and talk to you. We've gained so many followers by using Twitter.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. So, rant over.
Okay. I think every YouTuber should have a Twitter account because I think every business person should have a Twitter account. When I talk to business people and I say, are you on Twitter? Because I would love to take a picture of your brewing sticker on my sticker board and tag you on Twitter, and they say no, I say, can I just say that I would love for you to have a Twitter so that I can share you out to all of my over 1,000 people that follow me on Twitter. But everyone needs a Twitter. Every person who wants to be a business, who wants to connect globally to other people need to have a Twitter. it's important.
Well, even if you're struggling as a YouTuber, if you want to grow, you need a Twitter account.
I think so. At least Twitter doesn't argue with YouTube links as much as Facebook and Instagram do.
Right.
You know, so that's good.
Well, here's another thing too. Okay, and I'm going to mention about like the Facebook, because I have some people that I'm friends with on YouTube and stuff that have started arguments about, well, I'm on Facebook, I don't need Twitter. Okay, that's fine. That's great. Not a problem. Like when we started about Facebook, I have a personal Facebook, Sean Donnelly, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm just not going to follow people that I don't know on my Facebook. And then people send me follow requests. If I know you as Channel X and this name comes through and I don't know who you're on, I'm not gonna friend you back.
Right.
It's just not going to happen, because my personal is also tied to my job, to my business, to my whatever. Who knows if it's somebody is going to try to hack my account, whatever. I don't know those people. I'm not going to follow them. Now, on Twitter, if it says Happy Trails Hiking, hey, I know that channel. Boom, follow. You see what I'm saying? The difference there a little bit?
Yes,
even if you don't know, but if you could read and answer messages, it's another doorway.
Right. Barrel Boy Woods came in. Hello, it's good to see you. And ATJH Travels is here and it's been lurking a bit, but this is awesome. So thank you.
I hope you guys like this stuff, and if you do, we'll keep doing more. I know it's not like paranormal SB7 talking about that, but we'll throw that stuff in here and REM pods and
I'll ask lots of questions.
Yeah, we'll do that. But this is the tech part that we really haven't got to yet, and this is kind of like stuff I know, and
Sean it's 7:45ish.
Okay, Twitter. Go ahead.
So my question is, do you want to ask about next week's topics or now so that they can start weighing in?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. So why don't you do that, and I will take a look at what people are saying in the chat, and then I will come back to Twitter chats because I want to talk about hashtag chats for just a minute.
So here's what we're going to do towards the end of the show. We're going to throw out some topics for next week if you guys want to hear them. All right. Mm-hmm. So we got 2 so far, right? We only had 2. The 2 I know of. Do you want us to talk more about YouTube SEO next week?
Search engine optimization.
Twitter, right? Twitter, more in depth than Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Do you want us to talk about Twitter stuff next week or YouTube SEO, search engine optimization, and how to optimize your YouTube stuff?
So think about it, and then we'll ask you before we close out which one you want us to talk about next week. Okay,
so for Twitter chats, can I share a screen, Sean? Is that a possibility?
You should, and I can make you bigger. So.
Okay, let me see if I can share what I want to share. Let's see how this works. There it is, and
there we go. It's all you with me in the little box.
Okay. So this is my Midwest travel. You'll see up here, there is hashtag MW travel. And if you type any kind of hashtag up here in the Twitter search, it's going to come up and you're going to have top posts, latest, people, photos, videos. I always go to latest. And sometimes you'll see on Twitter, you'll see things that'll say question 2, and you'll be like, well, question 2 for what? And I did that. I was like, question 2 for what? Because I want to answer that question. Because I have a great video that goes with that question. And so last week was May 16th maybe. So I'm on the right day. We had a Twitter chat for MW Travel. And so I went and I started answering questions for MW Travel. Like they would say, this one is dog-friendly vacations, and things like that. So if you had, like, these are bloggers that I was dealing with, because Twitter is full of bloggers. And so these bloggers want to put their blogs out there, about dogs and things like that. So this was a Twitter chat. So A2 was the question about what road trip snacks do you have during on your Midwest road trips. And so I answered this question with hashtag Midwest travel, MW travel. Well, you know what? It was really cool. I got a tweet to me saying, hey, hey at Happy Trails Hike, you won a ticket to Midwest Travel Conference 2019 in June. And I went, what? Oh, I won? I won a thing? So this is not only, these chats can be used as contests. And I had no idea until I met up with Touring Taste Buds, and they had a contest for oatmeal. One of the companies that they were working with wanted to have, they said, we have over 10,000 followers on Twitter, and we would love to do a Twitter chat for your oatmeal company, Modern Oats, hashtag Modern Oat. And so I was like, heck, I'm friends with Touring Taste Buds. Let's do this. It'll be fun. I'll support their Twitter chat. It'll be cool. And so I won a case of oatmeal. So that was the first Twitter chat that I'd ever known about that I could win something. But I do more than win something. Twitter chats do three things for me. One, they promote my business. Even if I just put a photo out there and say, we loved going to Bryce Canyon National Park, and I put really cool pictures of Bryce Canyon National Park with that, and I said, and we make videos on it, somebody's going to ask me about those videos, and I can promote myself. One. Two, it allows people to find out about me that are not in my little YouTube circles. I found out about Midwest Travel Network because I got on a Facebook group. That's on our next bullet points. But found out about Midwest Travel Network and learned about these Twitter chats through Facebook and then through Twitter. But these are bloggers. I don't normally talk to bloggers. I normally talk to people who are on video, so on and so forth. And so I won a $200 ticket to go to a conference that I really wanted to go to. I found out about it. I had other things going on. Now, I'm not necessarily a believer in fate, but I do believe that things happen for a reason. And so I knew that, okay, if I got on this Twitter chat and I won, maybe I really need to go to this. And I found out that a lot of the things that I want to learn about social media and about traveling and about being part of a travel network, I learned are going to happen at this conference. So I'm really excited about it. So I guess that's all I really had to say is, if you had a paranormal chat, hashtag Parapeeps chat, that would be an amazing thing for you guys to get started and say, hey, we're going to do this at, 5:00 on Sunday afternoon, whatever, I don't care. And then you had like 10 questions that went throughout the hour, or 6 questions, and then you had like a whole bunch of people chatting. You would end up with all these paranormal people finding each other that they may not have met before, because so-and-so doesn't have a YouTube channel, but they do have a blog or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? It would be a new, neat way to meet each other and to connect as a group of like-minded individuals.
So I think that might be like another topic. Some night we just do like maybe a Twitter chat live.
Sure.
To kind of test it out, and it'd be kind of cool. Now, I've heard about these before, and actually I think I told you my sister does these. She's in all kinds of different educational groups and things that she's on, and they do scheduled Twitter chats. And I never really understood. I'm like, oh, so you're in a group like we are. Like I'm in the the different groups. No. They're like, no. There's people all over the place, and they like you said, this time and this time, and it's I don't know. It might be something maybe we could do on a show and Get
I
it
would love
going.
to see hashtag paranormal chat or parapeep chat go start trending. That was the neatest thing on Twitter. Oh, back in the fall, I was co-hosting one of these chats for Park Chat. It was Park Chat, so it's national parks, and that's what we talk about. It's Wednesday nights at 7, if anybody's interested. But so we have Park Chat, but Park Chat trended because on Twitter, not just for me, but Park Chat was trending, and we got all these ads coming in the middle of our chat because it was trending on Twitter, and that's what the people who do ads, they follow what's trending, and they start adding those hashtags to their ads. Anyway, so there's that.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
very
pretty
cool.
awesome. All right, we've now talked for almost an hour.
Well, you know what? If you're okay, we may go a little bit over because I want to finish this off. Let's talk about Facebook.
Okay. You start talking about Facebook. I'm going to run. I'll be right back. I got to take care of it.
Go ahead.
Talk about.
All right. Okay, so Facebook, we touched upon a little bit earlier. There's 3 different methods on Facebook. Your personal account, or you can create like a personal with your business name or persona name, not your personal name. I know some people who've done that, which is a great idea. Okay. I probably should have done that. I probably may do that later. So it's not Sean Donnelly. It's, Our Haunted Travels or something. But there's a limitation with doing that. And you guys probably aren't aware of this. But a personal account has a limitation of 5,000 followers. You can only have 5,000 friends. A good friend of ours, Jeff Mudgett, ran into that problem. He had, when his show was on on History, the American Ripper, he broke that, he hit that 5,000. Nobody else could follow him. So he had to quickly move and create a group and all that other stuff. All right. So that's the drawback on the personal. That's why you want to consider a page, all right? And that's unlimited on how many people can follow a page. Now, if you want a group that gets together, like we have the Parapeeps group, you have Truckers Travels group, that kind of thing, you can branch that off, or it can be something totally separate, just a group, and make it private, or people have to apply to it, or that kind of thing. Which is cool. And there's a difference between pages and groups as far as the information being shared. Our Facebook page for panicd.com has over 2,200, 2,500 followers. I might post something on there and 20 people see it. I put it in the Parapeeps group and way more people see it in there. Okay? The reason why is those pages. When you create those pages, Facebook wants money. There's a reason why Facebook is free, is because they charge businesses money to promote those things, even though you're following them. And you say, I'm subscribed to this page, I want to follow everything that comes out. That page still has to pay money to hit its own supporters. They've changed that. Okay? Now, if you have a lot of followers, like Dark Shadow Ghost Tours has over 7,000 followers on that page. If I post something out there, just for that post to be displayed to my 7,000 people that follow that is $85 for that post.
Oh, wow.
So this is where groups come in. And I didn't learn this until recently. This is why Parapeeps is growing like crazy, is you could take those pages and attach them to your group, and then people who follow those pages, you can invite them. So every day I go Panic D, invite, and then I flip over to Dark Shadows, invite, getting them into that group. So now they're actually seeing what is being posted.
And as Marianne said way back, 45 minutes ago, she said, invite your personal Facebook friends to your business page, and then invite, once they've accepted that one, once they've liked that page, then invite them to the group so they can become members of the group.
Yes.
That was, yeah.
Now, posting works similar whether it's a personal, well, a page is a little different. You can't do polls and things like that on pages. But in groups, you could do, it's all kinds of different things that you could post, and you could upload video and post polls and do all kinds of stuff. So,
and members of the group can post in groups.
Yes.
Like, so Lori Bryant is not she's not an admin for Happy Trails Hiking. She's in the Trekkers Travels group. And so she can post to Trekkers Travels, but she cannot post in Happy Trails Hiking. Does that make sense? And that's why I'm in the Trekkers Travels group that went along with Happy Trails Hiking, but didn't say Happy Trails Hiking anywhere on it. So that's good.
Okay, so basically everything that we covered, having a web page, having an email, a potential phone number, Twitter account, Facebook. Once you get all that done and figured out how everything works on there, you have a great foundation. That's just the start. That's a tip. That's a tiny little tip of a big iceberg.
Yeah, and I added a couple bullet points to the the Facebook groups. I said ask questions in your group. Like, always add pictures or a video or a GIF or something so that it's found, so that people don't just see words and scroll on, but ask a question. I ask people all the time, where have you been trekking this week? Where have you traveled? Show me a picture, because people always want to share pictures. Always. It's like virtual wallet. You know how people used to carry around their baby pictures in wallets? People want to share pictures. So, ask them to share a picture of their most recent trip, or ask them to share a picture of, where did you go this week, or whatever. I don't know, where is your most recent investigation, or where would you like to investigate? Whatever.
Well, one thing that I do every once in a while is I'll post a picture of a creepy building and I'll put investigate or run.
Yeah, I always put run.
That's
push Marianne towards it.
What you're talking about, though, is something that I asked you about that I need help with, is that engagement. Mm-hmm. You want to engage that community and keep them involved and keep putting stuff out. Like you said, hey, post a picture. We did that every once in a while, like on the cemetery or whatever that word is, Tuesdays. Post a creepy, picture of a tombstone or something. You get them involved, because if you just have a group and just drop links to your videos,
they'll do nothing.
They're going to leave the group, or they're not going to watch them.
They're just going to ignore. They will just scroll on past. They'll be like, whatever. My second bullet point was request that they share stuff from the group. So if you put a creepy picture in there, say, share this. I think the one post that I got the most traffic on was something that I shared from someplace else, but said share a picture, the most recent picture on your phone from nature, no cheating. Yeah. And of course, everybody wants to share that. But I had that picture shared from our Trekkers Travels and from Happy Trails Hiking, I think 57 times in like 24 hours. And Facebook's like, whatever you just did, do it again. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can't make them do that. But yes, the people in your group like you. They're there because they like you. Ask them to share it. If they're not going to share it, nobody else is.
That's right.
So yeah. Ask them to share it.
There's something that I've applied, because our business, okay, at one time we had up to 31 different businesses. At one time. Marianne and I. 2 people, okay? That's been scaled way down as age gets older. Scaled way down, okay? But I've always applied the philosophy, and I learned this in school, of indirect marketing. All right. And that's exactly what social media is. You engage your communities, you get them involved. Okay. And then, oh, by the way, here's a video. Watch this. I just put this out. Right. So you're indirectly saying, here, watch my video. But it's not like, watch my video, watch my video, watch my video, because they'll just be like, whatever. They just got new videos. So keep that in mind. But everything that we've talked about tonight, everything you can do for free.
Yes.
And I think, personally, being a consultant for small businesses, I think you need to have that. Whether you have a business or you're trying to build a channel, it gives you a little bit more authority out there. Like if you have a web page or a blog page, okay, or a Facebook group or whatever, you could say to your, yeah, I have a YouTube channel, but if you want to, and I know Michael Ferrer does this, if you want to continue the chat, you do it on your 30-day health challenge one. We have a chat group. We're going to continue the chat there. It kind of creates more of authority that you're just not somebody just making videos. This is now something I want to be a part of.
Right, and if you want to continue this conversation, Sean does have a Parapeeps chat group in Twitter, and he's more than happy to talk with you in Twitter. I talk with him every day on Twitter, almost all day long, pretty much. And
my snarky, sarcastic remarks.
Yes, pretty much.
Please tell me something fun before I do something bad.
Yes, or I'm going to throw this computer out the window, or
when did I dump my coffee? Was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
I just washed my desk with my cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So they do have, Sean has a Parapeeps group, and Sean and Marianne chat in that every day. And we would love to have more people come.
Yeah. If you want to join that group, let us know and we'll add you to the group.
And Jonah TV, thank you for coming. It was good to have you here. Thanks for being here. And then I think I have him on Twitter. Awesome. Yeah. Just, message Sean and he'll be happy to add you to that
definitely
group.
Add you to the group. And to me, okay, I set a goal for 3,000 by the end of the summer. And to me, for me to reach that goal, I need to help you guys. This is my way of giving back. I want to help you grow. We got virtual ghost hunt sitting there ready to explode. And we got to get you, if you're doing paranormal videos, boom. If you're not doing paranormal videos, I'm willing to help. Information's free, that kind of thing. I'll help you any way I can. And this is what I know. And I've been like biting my tongue about making videos on Panic D because we're a paranormal channel. It's not a tech channel, Sean. Don't do it. But this is kind of like Ghost Tech Talk. This is kind of like important. That's why, hey, we're talking about paranormal groups, but it applies to everybody.
Well, we decided that we should go ahead and do this because it's going to help out your paranormal peeps,
Yeah.
And I think that it would be really, really cool to help you moderate a Parapeeps chat. I think that would be awesome.
We'll have to do that. We'll have to if we get some people trained like how to do it, like Sean, and we get Boris. Boris has a Twitter too. Boris has a Twitter too.
Boris is right behind you. He can hear you.
Well, Marianne runs the Boris Twitter. That's Marianne. Okay. So we get Boris doing Twitter. It would be fun. It would be fun. Yes, now, I'm going to tell you something. When we started playing with Twitter, and then we'll get wrapped up here. We're already like 10 minutes over. But we started playing around with Twitter. One of the little side things that we have, and actually you got the book right behind you, is we have a website called the Assembly of Legendary Figures. And there's the Department of Elfland Security. So the head elf, Edward Hinklemeyer, actually had a Twitter. And he would tweet things out. It's like, daggone it, they lost the tinsel again. It was like all year long. And then like I would follow people on that Twitter. And they're like, oh man, Santa's like head elf followed me. That kind of stuff.
So if you ever need their signatures, I have them. Just let me know. I'll be more than happy to sign things for you.
They don't work on checks.
Oh. All right. That's all right.
All right, so we posted that thing. What would you guys like us to talk about next week? Do you want to go more in depth with Twitter, or do you want to talk about YouTube SEO, how you actually work that metadata for your videos?
Chat right now.
What say you? This is as much as your guys' show as it is ours.
SEO, Twitter SEO. I know what I want to talk about, but that's okay. I think we covered all of the questions. I've only written down a couple because we weren't getting to them right then. And then super chat was Farmall Fanatic, and I got that in our little list too. So yeah, man, this has been an awesome chat. My rooms aren't nearly as big as this, so this is nice to see all these people typing things in.
Well, I forgot to say, hey, if you're into the paranormal history or forensic type videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that little bell so you get notified the next time we put out a new video at Panic D Videos. I forgot to say that.
That's because I said, and I'm your co-host, Kay from Happy Trails Hiking, and it just didn't fit.
All right, so Marty's saying SEO.
Okay. Awesome. Marty's saying SEO. Anybody else? Okay. So if we subtract 2 of us from the chat, there's still 11 more people out there. So what do the other 10 people want to know about next week? Twitter or SEO? Yeah, I'm super excited to talk about Twitter, but I love learning about SEO stuff, and Sean's really good at it.
SEO.
Okay. Mia wants SEO, so that's 2 votes for SEO. Marianne says LOL. That wasn't an option.
LOL.
Yeah, that's not an option, Marianne. Try again. Oh, goodness.
Well, let me add to this. Okay, so the topic of Twitter means we will go more in depth into Twitter and talk about other things that you could do with Twitter, how to use it, how to do, tweets and that kind of thing, and more of this chat thing. SEO, we're going to talk about how to configure your videos, not only for YouTube search using the tags and all that, but also for Google and Bing search. If you go to Google right now and search for the ghost of Ben Franklin, we put out a video in January. It is still #1. Panic D videos.
Yeah. SEO. Charlie Gordon is asking, what is SEO? Search engine optimization. So it's the way that the search engines, Google, Bing, Ask Jeeves, all of those. YouTube searches and organizes the data and puts it all together and says, this is what you want to watch for what you looked for, or here's what you searched for, and here are all of the options that you have.
Search engine optimization.
And Marty Screw says, I want to learn about both. Well, Marty, you and I are pretty connected. Ask any question you want about Twitter, and I will find out an answer if I do not already know. But I feel like,
we'll do both. I'm just saying next week we'll do one, and then the week after we could do the other.
Sure. Right. That's true. We can talk about it in the next 2 weeks.
So that's why I wanted to get like 3 different topics, and then say we do SEO next week, that'll come off, and we'll add another one and say, okay, what do you want to do next week? It'll be like a voting type thing.
That's cool. And we were going to do a thing, and you do the backwards for me. I put my URL. I don't know what that says, Mia.
You do the backwards for me.
I put in my RL name, and you get all sorts of other people. Oh, your real name. Real, RL, real. Sorry, it takes me a minute, but I figured out. It's like reading license plates sometimes. But, oh, yeah, you don't, when you put in my real name, you don't get me. But, oh, yeah, searching things. But if you put in Happy Trails Hiking, I bet you're going to come up with me.
What? Real life. RL, real life.
Okay, got it.
Says Boris in the other room.
I came up with the same answer. It just wasn't the right thing. Thanks, Boris. Boris sure does have a nice name, voice from the other room.
I don't know. We're so screwed up over here.
Charlie says he's interested in SEO. Then okay. Well, Sean, do we want to plan to tear apart one of my videos next week?
We could do that. We could do that.
I'm excited about that.
All right. So next Thursday, 8 p.m., we'll do, and we could do SEO several times because it gets a little intense. But bring your notebooks and bring your pencils, folks, because it's going to get.
There will not be a test at the end.
Well, it's going to get in depth, and We'll probably have to do it several times, but I'm going to introduce you to the things that I use, that I've worked with Kay, that she's using on her videos, that Bill's doing on his videos, and a couple other ones, and it is working. So
it is working.
Yes.
It is.
So
I can't wait to see which video you pick for next week.
Well, whichever one you tell me.
Well, the last video, you picked a video the last time, and it kind of has taken off. So that's kind of fun.
Works. All right.
Yep,
I don't have an end screen. What am I going to do? Oops. Oh, I know what I could do. I could put the splash screen back up.
Oh, that sounds great. Hey, thanks for having me on, Sean. It's been really, really fun.
It's been fun. Thank you, everybody in chat, for coming and playing with us for an hour and 15 minutes. Sorry we went over.
Oh, that's all right.
It may happen.
It might. It might, guys. Good questions tonight. Thank you all for being here.
I hope you guys enjoyed the information. I hope you guys get something from this. If you think that there's others that might benefit from this, spread the word. Tell them. We'll be back here next Thursday at 8 p.m. Okay, we'll get some announcements.
Announcements.
I forgot the announcements. All right, so tomorrow night we have a premiere at 6 p.m. Eastern about the old mill. It's pretty cool. I really like that video. And then we're back on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern for Let's Talk Paranormal. We're doing Unexplained Phenomena. Bill is he's going to try to go live Monday night with a guest. I should have brought that up. Kay, what do you got going on?
Well, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I have the Friday edition of the May Health Challenge, or 10 a.m. Central, so 11 EST. And then we won't be live with Hike 365 Live this weekend because we are going camping. So we will check in with everybody next week. So anyway, so tomorrow morning, that's what I've got going on. Tonight, I just dropped a Thirsty Thursday from Wichita, which was a sponsored trip that I got found through Facebook groups. But yes,
cool.
Yeah, so social media works again, and we had a fully sponsored trip to Wichita. But this is our last Thirsty Thursday video, and it's about 20 minutes long, but it's got 4 awesome locations in Wichita that we got to go and investigate their alcohol situation.
Okay. Sunday night, I think this is 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock. Sunday night, Bill on PSPR Paranormal has... he's waiting for a response, so I won't say who. He hasn't confirmed that. And then Monday night at 10 p.m., New Reality Paranormal Team from Southern California is going to be on 10 p.m. If you haven't caught Bill's live streams with some of these people, it's amazing. The one Monday night I was on, he was talking with, what's the guy's name? Something drone.
Yeah.
The drone.
I don't know. Look really fast.
Yeah, he's not really a paranormal guy, but he told the story about the little girl that was in his room where he's staying over there in Vietnam. It was amazing. It's out there on Bill's channel. You can go catch it.
I was gonna say I'm going to look, but I can't get there fast enough. So
yeah.
I'll come up with the title in just a second. But that's
some cool stuff.
Last Monday, the full-bodied caught on camera. Bill and Phil.
Yeah, Phil's Drone Life, I think is the name. Yeah, Phil's Drone Life.
Thank you. And Ron A. just came up with it at the same time. Phil. Good job, guys.
Thank you. That I think you guys were there. That was pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, that's pretty late for me.
All right. You ready to wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week or coming up, whatever. We'll see you again. All right. Till next time.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting.